we know for sure that the universe will have a more time in the future than we have had in the past. But I should also say, this idea of a universe as being the be-all and the end-all might be kind of naive. And we now take seriously the possibility that our Big Bang wasn't the first or the last. That what we call the beginning of our universe, which is this incredibly high energy event where the universe comes out, incredibly rapid growth, full of hot, high energy stuff, that event, the Big Bang, was not actually the beginning of the cosmos. It was the beginning of our little observable patch, and it's as far back as we'll ever be able to see. But maybe we are just sort of one plume off of kind of an infinite and permanent and infinitely old sort of space-time. Used to be called a megaverse, but now people call it the multiverse. And there are an infinite number of other bubbles with their own Big Bangs. And some of those universes never got this far. Some of those universes expanded just for an instant and then recollapsed and were gone. There were no galaxies, no stars, no carbon, no oxygen, no life forms, and their futures were very short. And we happen to live in this multiverse picture in a universe that survives for a long time, which is kind of crucial if you're going to have life forms. So we know we're not a first generation of stars. We know right after the Big Bang, there's like nothing but hydrogen and helium. I mean, the universe is really simple, and you can't make a rocky planet, let alone a human being. And you need stars to perform thermonuclear fusion to turn that stuff into complex elements. And then those stars have to blow up because they have to give those elements back to the universe if they're going to be used for something good. And so we're second generation material of stuff that was once internal to other stars. And so we're absolutely in a very complex kind of ecosystem that requires time for it to all play out. And not all these other universes have a lot of time. Some of them maybe live forever, but they expand so quickly, they cool so quickly that they never make stars. They have incredibly long, empty futures where they reach that kind of metabolic death state right away. And so they also don't have life forms. I don't really like these suggestions, but some people say, well, maybe the reason our universe is the way it is not so much to be tuned for life in some kind of meaningful way, but just, we're here, so we must live in a universe that allows for life, and so maybe this is rare. Maybe this is just rare and not at all common.